We've been talking about mental models as the deeply held internal beliefs or assumptions about how the world works and how to take effective action in the world. We stated our understanding that mental models are how we understand and make sense of the world, and that ultimately it is our mental models that exist below the surface, driving our feelings, our decisions, and our actions.
It's pretty heavy. We also introduced our autopilot way of being, noting that very often we react directly out of our mental models without even realizing it, subconsciously acting without full awareness or rational, reasoned decision making.
These are mental shortcuts that are a part of being human and allow our brains to focus and process what it deems as most important in any given moment. It is all pretty amazing.
It is, and we may be wondering, why would we spend so much time focusing on all of this? What does this have to do with learning to be better disciples, or living on mission with God, or churches learning change? How do we learn to change?
Or why would we want to?
John Maxwell says change is inevitable. Growth is optional. And Father Richard Rohr adds, if change and growth are not programmed into your spirituality, your religion will always end up worshiping the status quo and protecting your present ego position and personal advantage as if it were God.
Change is all around us. Learning to learn and grow through the changes we decide to step into is hard work and a significant part of the discipleship process. We cannot make any lasting change without intentional work on surfacing and examining our mental models.
Again, I'm guessing that many people have the experience of wanting to change, working at change, and still having a hard time making changes.
Yeah, I can relate, and I'm sure many others can relate as well. Doing the work of surfacing, testing, and transforming our mental models will influence our actions and our behaviors, and is the only way to make lasting change.
Like the iceberg, we need to look below the surface to make deep and lasting changes in our mental models.
In order to be effective in mission, we need to understand what mental models we are operating out of. We have mental models of church, of success, of mission, of leadership, and of discipleship. And like all things human, our mental models can be flawed and limited at times, which can lead to solutions that don't work well, or to poor decisions that are hurtful to ourselves and to others, whether in the short term or long term. We need to be able to surface and recognize our mental models and test them in order to discern God's pathway of transformation towards new, more Christ-like mental models. Without mental model work, change will still happen all around us. However, with mental model work, we can choose to live epic lives as practicing disciples of Jesus, fully alive, fully human, continually discerning and joining God on mission in ways we would never be able to otherwise.
Why are we doing what we are doing? What mental models are we operating out of? What mental models do we want to embrace in order to more fully embrace the Jesus way? Mental model work is challenging. It takes time, and change is possible because of it.